Hey, what's up everyone? How you guys doing today? Hope everyone's doing good. Thanks for coming out to my crazy live stream. We're going to go race some showdowns and see if we can win the car. So I will be using my McLaren F1 for the day, which is somewhere in my millions of cars. I mean, I don't have a million cars, but sometimes it feels that way. Oh, crap sandwiches. Someone stole my engine. I got to close the hood so you can't see that. That's embarrassing when your engine's missing, but I guess it happens sometimes, right? Sometimes you just don't have an engine in your car and there's not much you can do about it. I see William D. What's up, buddy? McVin, how's it going? Meko, what's up? Baby Yoda in the house. Hey, Baby Yoda. What's going on? EKT, what's up? Michael McKell? I'm not sure. I need my reading glasses. Dark, how's it going today? Gaming Boy, how's your day? Goku, nice to see you, buddy. We got Mr. Millen in the house. We got Shaga. Yeah, awesome to see you guys. So I'm going to come up here and we're going to work on doing the Showdown Archetype Rally thingy dingy, which should be pretty decent, right? We're going to change cars. We're going to grab the McLaren F1 and if it'll work, I actually must have a couple of these Zondas because, yeah, that means I can probably strip one of those. I have a green one too, right? Oh, they're different. They're different cars. Never mind. Never mind. They're not the exact same. I mean, they're probably the same darn thing, but just look different. What's up, Skies? How you doing? What's up, Jams? Austin, see you, buddy. John, hello, hello. We got Matt in the house. What's up, Matt? Alright, so Matt says he still has no stage 6 parts and cannot finish the event. Yeah, that's going to be the hard part. You're probably going to have to, unless they have made it easy. I don't know if anybody has finished the event to get the Ferrari yet. My question is, how many stage 6 parts do you actually need to... Oh my god, I forget how fast this car shifts. How many stage 6 parts do you actually need to get through the event is the main question. Do you need a couple, a whole bunch? I really don't know, but you're probably going to need a bunch, which is a bummer. That's always a bummer, but unfortunately, that's how they have it set up sometimes. All right, 6.996. Not a bad one for our first run. We got 50 trophies. I'm guessing I should probably be able to hit the 1400 mark today. If not today, maybe tomorrow. It's hard to say. It's very hard to say. But, honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing the Ferrari event. I do want to win this little rally car. It's a cool little rally car, but yeah, I don't think I'll be doing the other event myself because I cannot afford it. It just costs too darn much. I think I have some of the cars for it, but I don't know if I have enough parts, honestly. Like you said, you got to win the little rally car and then you have to dump parts into that thing, and that is not an easy car to get parts for. So you're probably going to have to spend money on crates to finish that event, I would say. Melon says a lot. So Melon says a lot of parts. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They did not make this an easy event to accomplish, did they? Sky says, I'm in my way up north, started vacation day, going camping with the family. Nice, man. That's awesome. Hope you guys are having a good time. Watch out for them Bigfoots. I'm going to tell you, when you're camping, the Bigfoots will come bother your tent and they'll smell your feet when you're sleeping. It's a little disturbing, but you know, kind of just be like, shoo out of here, Bigfoots. And they'll usually go away, but watch out for them Bigfoots. I'm telling you. What's up, Stacks? How you doing today? Matt says it's a slow tier 5 to begin with. It is actually. It's a very slow car. It doesn't really make sense that they made that a tier 5 car. I don't know why that's a tier 5 car. I mean, it's really nice, but it should have been a tier 4 car at the most, right? Like somebody said, you know, what kind of tier 5 car is that? It can't keep up with the Lamborghinis and the Ferraris and the McLarens and the Goodwoods and the you know, other things, and it probably can't. I mean, it's probably a nice slow car. William D says Take-Two is showing its greed. William D, I think right now they're trying to get as much money as possible because they're trying to finish their new CSR2 racing game, which is... I just got a weird feeling it's going to bomb out. Hey, we got Comet Warrior. I could be wrong. Maybe it'll be a big hit, but I've got a feeling more people will stay playing this and not move over. We'll find out, though. McVin, how you doing today? Awesome to see ya. Yeah, Comet's been a member for 31 months. That's a long time. Long time. Thank you, Comet. Definitely appreciate that, bud. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Second, third nitrous. Oh, man. It's kind of weird, but normally I put my headphones on or something and I kind of have the stream playing at like extremely low volume. It's so weird. The only thing I can really hear right now is my computer fans. It's so quiet in the room. It's abnormal for me not to be listening to the stream or something in the background. So crazy. Comet says for 3 years. Yeah, that's a long time, man. 3 years. It's crazy. I mean, I remember when you became a member. It sure does not feel like it was 3 years ago at all. I mean, it's amazing how fast time goes by these days because it does not feel like it's been 3 years. That's insane. It's crazy. Completely crazy. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, so I went to my doctor. They gave me some Flonase and some Claritin. And so far, it seems to be helping out. My throat's still a little scratchy, but my sinuses have calmed down after just like 3 days of being on that stuff. So, seems like a good combination if you got sinus problems. I'm taking like 1 Claritin a day and spraying some Flonase in my nose once a day. Seems to work. Seems to work well. Melvin, what's up, buddy? He says, depends on what the game will offer. That's true. I mean, some people might absolutely love it. I don't know, but I'm not so sure about that one. 3, 2, 1, go. To me, it doesn't look good, but I could be wrong. Maybe it'll be amazing, but what everybody says, it looks like it's going to be a very pay-to-win, pay-to-play type of game compared to this. We don't know for sure, but I'm just going by what I've heard from other people. Some people do have access to it in some other countries to test it out, but EKT says CSR3 is going to be a major fail, I'm afraid. Yeah, we'll find out. We will find out. We got Winpoo in the house. What's up, buddy? What's up, Mr. Winpoo? Jam says, nice to hear. McFan says, which one shifts more quickly, the F1 or the P1? Probably the P1s, I think. They're both terrible, but I don't know for sure. But I think the P1's probably faster than this. They're both equally horrible to drive, though. It's kind of a shame that the P1s are so crazy to drive because they at least look really nice. They're some of the best looking cars in the game, but man, you try and drive one of those things, it's just crazy. It is completely crazy. Hey, what's up, Star? How you doing today? Jam says the drifting thing makes it weird to play. Yeah, you know, the drifting thing is what I don't like. I don't know if you guys remember that Fast and Furious game that came out, but it had drifting in it, and nobody really loved it. Nobody liked the drifting part. I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but nobody liked the drifting part. That's kind of why the game was a flop. I played it for like 2 or 3 days, and I'm like, man, I hate this game. The cars were cool. I mean, I had the Fast and Furious cars, but I wonder if you can still get that game on the Google Play Store. Comment says, not ordinary. CSR gameplay is the real problem, Jams. Alright, hold on. 3, 2, 1, go. I mean, one thing about this game, though, what they should have done is just rebuilt this game with like new coding and maybe added some new game modes to it. What they should have done is came out with CSR2, transferred all of our current stuff up, but then came out with new game modes or something. They could have started adding racing motorcycles and racing boats, racing kite flying people, people racing bicycles. I don't know. They could have done all kinds of things. But yeah, the drifting thing doesn't look, that's the part where I'm like, I don't like the idea of the drifting. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, and the blueprints, I mean, some people are saying the blueprints aren't making the game pay to win or pay to play, but that's normally any game with blueprints tends to be bad for the player. That tends to be just really, really, really expensive. One good thing about this game is you can play it and you don't have to spend anything if you don't want to. You should buy stuff, right? If you're playing a game, you should definitely buy stuff and support the game because they got a lot of bills to pay. I'm not saying you should spend a lot of money on it, but if you drop 20 bucks here, 20 bucks there, you know, a few times a year, you should probably support your favorite games if you're playing them daily, right? You don't have to spend a fortune on them. I mean, even if you spend 100 bucks a year, 200 bucks a year, I mean, yeah, you're good. But I don't know, I probably average between 60, 70 bucks a year on these games. There's some years I've spent less. There's probably some years I spent a little more, but I don't mind buying a $20 car if the car is really good, but I can't sit there and dump down $300, 500 bucks every time there's a new event. I mean, some people might be able to afford that, but YouTube just doesn't pay us enough money to do that. Now, if I had like one of those, if this game had like a huge following and I was getting millions of views, like some of those Fortnite YouTubers and stuff, yeah, then I'd probably be able to afford to do everything, but I look at it this way. It is what it is. You just do your best, right? Do your best. Do your thing. Play the game. Have fun. Do the stuff you can do. Skip what you can't and enjoy it. And I kind of wonder if the new game's going to have that available. I mean, this game, when you're a new player, you're off to a really slow start. It takes quite a while to, you know, move up. You know, the first couple of months are really slow on this game, but once you get rolling, you get rolling on this game. Star, how's your day going, buddy? The chat's moving pretty slow today. What's up, Jaggy? How are you? Awesome to see ya. 1, go. Second, third, oh, I'm shifting too fast. Oh, man. Nitrous. Oh, man. I messed up my shift pattern, so I lost. Hey, Silent, how you doing today? Awesome to see ya. McVin says, like you think it would be better for CSR fans that way. What would? Oh, wait, there's more to it. He says, I think CSR was built on CSR Racing and added new cool features while sticking to the original formula. So what CSR3 needs is to be built upon CSR2. Yeah, you know, I agree with you, man. If they were going to make a third one, they should have made it just a regular drag racing game. But they should have made it like the same, but better. They should have just made an improved version of CSR Racing. Ooh, that's a cool looking car over there. I like the colors on his. No. That's a close one there. I thought I was going to lose. All right. William D says, hit the like button. Yeah, if you don't mind, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. We would all appreciate that very much, or at least I would. I don't know if you would, but I would. So yeah, hit that like. Thank you. What's up, PC? How you doing today? Can the Mercedes AMG 2B3 Coupe, AMG 2B3 Coupe. I'm not familiar with an AMG 2B3. Now, most Tier 5 cars can beat Harkness, right? If you get enough parts on them. Is that the boss car? Is that the station wagon? Oh, the AMG 63 Coupe. Gotcha. Yeah, you know, I've heard that it can do it. I haven't actually tested that car that I can remember, but supposedly a lot of people have said that it does. So if you have enough parts on the car, it should make it. Now, I'm not really sure if that's going to beat Tempest or not, but supposedly it will beat Harkness. Wait a second. What did I just say? Wait a second. What am I doing? I'm having the brain farts over here. Oh my god. But yeah, it should work just fine. One of them days, man. I'm still tired. Mikhail says, I go by Shane. Alright, I will try to remember that. I will try to remember that. I'm kind of bad at remembering things, so. I need more coffee this morning. I'm still half asleep today. Austin, what's up, buddy? He says, boat drag racing, LOL. You know, I mean, they do race boats, so we could have racing lawnmowers on here. We could have people who run, right? You could press the little buttons as fast as you could, like pop, 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 to make your guy run across the thing and try and beat the next guy on the running match, right? We could have racing. We could have racing. You name it. We could have racing big wheels, like little kids on tricycles. I'm telling you, man. Racing tanks, like Star said. You can race anything. Racing caterpillars. They could add it all. They could add everything to the game. That would be a big hit, right? Everybody would be about that. Racing turtles. 3, 2, 1, go. Someone says horse racing down there. Yeah, we could have horse racing. What's up, F. Didger? How you doing today? Skirva, hello. Nice to see ya. But yeah, they could add all kinds of crazy, wacky stuff. I mean, of course, I'm just joking about a lot of it, but I'm actually surprised they haven't added motorcycles. They could make that like a separate thing, right? You could have the cars, then the motorcycles. I think that would actually be cool. I mean, I don't think the motorcycles should race the cars. That would just be neat if they added motorcycles as well. Like, you could just take your motorcycle in the live racing. Jaggy says, what's the best car for the Showdown? So it should be the McLaren F1 if you got that thing all kinds of maxed out. PC says, I spent 400 keys to get it and forgot I already had it. Oh, man. It really sucks when that happens. I've done that 2 or 3 times where I was like, oh, man, I got to spend my keys to get this car. And then when I get it, it's like, you've already got this car. Please strip for parts. And I'm like, oh, I messed up. I always hate when that happens. We got Mark Bass in the house. What's up, Mark? Oh my God. Mark Bass, what's up, man? I love getting all tongue-tied and jumbled up. Happens all the time. All right, how many trophies? I'm already... Oh, wait a second. Did I already win the car? No, that's RP. Never mind. That's not trophies. That's 1,448 RP I just won. This car is a beast, man. That's a lot of dang RP. Wow. I mean, that's without a wild card going. 1,448. That's why this is one of the most recommended cars to Elite, because you could put another 10% on top of that. I mean, that's a lot of RP. Those McLarens are good RP getters. 3, 2, 1, go. I should try and find a live racing setup for this that I actually like. Oh, come on. I meant to hit the nitrous and I downshifted. Bruh. Well, that sucked. It sucked big time. Happens though. Jaggy says the EB110 or the Carrera good. I've heard some people like the EB110 for live racing. I'm not 100% sure though. I'm not super familiar with either of those cars. But I don't think the Carrera is that good in general from what I remember. The EB110, I've heard some people like it, some people don't. Probably depends on what you're trying to do with it though. Is it good for the Showdown? I actually put out a little video the other day about the fastest Showdown cars. I can't remember which ones were the fastest offhand, but the Carrera was kind of one of the slower cars. The EB110, I can't remember where it was, but I don't think it was. It might have been one of the faster ones. I can't remember the exact time it runs, but the McLaren is the best one if you can get it, for sure. But if you're not driving the McLaren, it's probably going to take you a little while to get this car. William D says the Jag is quick. Yeah, you know, the Jaguar is a nice car, actually. Jags are good. Austin said I got 3,098 RP with 150%. Wow, almost 4,000? Or a little over 3,000. That's actually really good. 3, 2, 1, go. I never really paid much attention. When I drive these cars, it's rare that I really pay attention to how much RP they make. Unless I'm doing a video or something. So I'm not really paying too much attention. Why am I not using nitrous? Because half the time I press the button and it doesn't work. I've always had that issue with this car. Like, it shifts so fast, I think it gets confused and the nitrous doesn't fire off when you want it to. This car is a pain. William D says the NSXR is really slow. Yeah, no tier 4 car is going to be able to win the prize on this, I don't think. The tier 4 cars are very slow compared to tier 5 cars, so if you got one of the tier 5 cars, you've probably got a good chance to win, but if you're driving a tier 4, tier 3, tier 2 car, you're never going to get the prize car unless you're crazy, crazy, crazy lucky, or unless they've somehow changed matchmaking, which I don't think they have. Alright, so PC's waiting on stage 5 parts, an engine and turbo to allow them to fit to stage 6. Yeah, it sucks when you gotta wait for parts. Alright, we hit 1,200 trophies already, not too bad. When you have the fastest car for the Showdown maxed out, that's when it's pretty easy to win these prizes, but it's kind of a pain in the butt if you don't have the maxed out one. Winpoo says, would a 7.4 have a chance to win? Yes. That's a pretty good car, right? I can't guarantee if you're going to get it today or tomorrow or the next day, but with a 7.4 car, if you drive it really well, you should be able to win. You should be able to do okay. I mean, you might hit your 1,000 or 1,100 trophies today or tomorrow or something, but if you do a little bit every day, just remember there's always a lot of variables. There's no guarantee that anything's going to win or not win, but if everything doesn't go wrong for you, which could possibly happen, like let's just say you have a really bad streak of luck, that's a possibility, but it should be able to do it. I can only take educated guesses here, but it should be able to do it. I wish the freaking nitrous would work. Paul says, how do you unlock the F1? Alright, so in order to get the F1, you have to beat like a whole bunch of Legends events, and eventually you're going to get the F1. I can't remember exactly at what point it unlocks, but I finished it so long ago. I mean, it's probably been like, what, 5 or 6 years ago when I did that, so you got to restore a bunch of Legends cars, and I think you have to get to a certain event as well, but if I remember correctly, you got to restore every one of the Legends cars, and you have to beat, I think there may or may not have been a racing event that you have to beat. But unfortunately, that's not something I can completely recall. Oh, come on. Oh, wait, he disconnected. Now, I know the S7 Twin Turbo was the last one. So after you beat the last race or whatever, they give you the S7 Twin Turbo, but it was a really pain in the butt to get the McLaren F1. It took me like probably almost a little over a year, I think, to get that, maybe longer. But the worst part about trying to finish the Legends Never Die was waiting on the stage 6 parts I needed for my Legends Lamborghini. Mark Bass says, restore all the Legends cars. And Austin says, you have to beat the Legends Never Die event. Yeah, I can't remember if you have to do both. I think you do, though. Mark Bass said, I did it in less than a year. Yeah, you know, I was one stage 6 part away, right? I'm not sure how long it took me to restore all the cars, but to beat that very last Legends race was a year and a half, mainly because I was waiting for months to get that last stage 6 part. One day I opened a bronze crate. I opened my free... Oh, come on! I opened my free bronze crate and Donna was like, bam! Here's a part for your Lamborghini. I threw it on there. I finished up the last couple of races and I was like, yes! I'm done! It was awesome. Yeah, it was a pain in the butt. Star says, I just need the GT40. William D still needs to upgrade the Countach. Ooh, man. I'm going to tell you what. If they ever add more Legends events, I don't think I'm going to do them. I'm not a big fan of Legends. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't like Legends. I really disliked restoring all the cars. It was not fun for me. GM said, I did a mistake by buying 2 cars for Legends, NSXR and the Countach. Have to wait a lot to finish them, but I'm almost done with the NSXR. Yeah, you know, it definitely takes a little longer if you're restoring more than 1 car at a time. I mean, it's not a huge mistake. It's just, it's going to be, you're just going to have to wait a little longer. But, you know, we all make mistakes or mess things up, or there's all things we don't know when we start the game. Honestly, I think they should only allow you to do 1 car at a time. Imagine if you did 3. It would take forever to restore 3 full cars with the way they got it set up. It would be crazy. Oh, come on, man. The nitrous didn't go off again. Dang it. I don't know why this car has such a problem for nitrous for me, but it's terrible. Terrible, terrible. That was a close race. I think that car looks really nice in yellow. I almost like that better than mine, honestly. Comment says, the best max car in the game is probably the Indy truck. Yeah, it's definitely the fastest. The Indy truck is the fastest car in the game when you max it out, so that is a good one. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm going to start. There I even hit the nitrous twice and it still didn't go off. That's ridiculous. William D says something is a trap. What's a trap? Mark says use the paid race pass, although I finished it before I started. Mark Bass says F1 is missing a stage 6. I'm not sure how I got all my stage 6 parts from my F1. I remember that took quite a while. I remember I got all of them but like 2 or 3 and I was like, man, I'm never going to get the last 3. And they showed up a lot sooner than I thought they would. I think I just got them all randomly, to tell you the truth. I don't know. I will say though, playing on a Bluetooth controller sucks compared to playing on your phone screen. My phone screen just drives better. I think the Bluetooth controller has a little bit of lag and I don't know. I tried to run it off the wire, but it was giving me problems, so I went back to Bluetooth. 3, 2, 1, go. I wish I had a cable for my old controller. Like my old Xbox controller was made so much better than the new ones. PC, what GTR, my friend? He's mad he didn't get a GTR in a prize car. Oh, are you talking about the... I'm not sure which GTR you're referring to. Dark really likes the tuner Aventador. Yeah, you know, it's a cool car. It's not my favorite tuner's car, but it is a really cool car. 3, 2, 1, go. To me, those really shouldn't be tuners though. Like that does not, come on, you freaking nitrous. I pushed the nitrous button 3 times and it still didn't work. I don't understand why I can't get the darn nitrous to go off on this car. I mean, it doesn't seem like much, but that little teeny bit of extra boost you get from the nitrous makes a big deal sometimes. All right, William D is looking for some people to join one of his crews, guys. 3, 2, 1, go. Sounds like it's a mouse. I'm about to throw this controller through the screen if it won't freaking hit the dang nitrous. My God. It's ridiculous. I wonder if I need to I wonder if I could maybe tune this thing slightly different to get the nitrous to go off. I don't know why it's giving me such a problem. Hold on. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, that time it went off and I still lost. Hold on. Shane says, I want a Sesto Elemento. They need one for a Prestige Cup. Yeah, I don't think they're ever going to give out those for Prestige Cups, actually. More than likely, the boss cars are never going to be Prestige Cup cars. That would be kind of cool, but... I mean, there is a non-boss version of the Sesto Elemento, but... I just don't think they're ever going to do it. That would be nice, but I've just got a feeling they're not. Let me play with something really quick on the tune. I mean, I know this might slow the car down a little bit, but I'm going to try and go like 3 clicks over on the transmission and see if that makes it less sticky on the nitrous. Sometimes a little teeny change like that will make things run better, even if it slows it down by like a little teeny tiny bit, but it may be a worse change. It might make it worse. I don't know. We'll see what she runs now, but I'm going to give this a try just in case. I mean, 3 clicks might not be much, but it might be a big difference in the time. So we'll find out here real fast. PC says, anyone have got the Mazda RX-7 VL side the release from Tokyo Drift? I think the only Fast and Furious cars I have are the Charger and the Ford Escort. Alright, let's see what this does. Is it better? 3, 2, 1, go. And I think actually that might have made it run too slow. We'll do a couple runs and find out, but that was a 7-1. Yeah, that might have actually messed me up. Silent says, chaining the final drive has nothing to do with your sticky nitrous. You never know on this game. Sometimes weird little changes can do a lot, but it actually feels like that slowed the car down a lot, so I don't think that's going to be... Yeah, I can just tell. I'm definitely falling behind now, so let me go ahead and put it back to where it was. I'm losing too much top speed there. Yeah, he's going another 5 miles per hour faster. All right. Let's put her back. Let's put her back. If the game loads, what's it do? Did it freeze? Oh, no. All right, there we go. There we go. Sometimes you got to try things. All right. The thing is, the car shifts so quickly. I think that's what makes the nitrous not respond properly. Sometimes I think the game, when you're jamming the shift button that fast, I think when you press the nitrous, it's not responding because you're pressing the controls too quickly. I could be wrong, but I think that's why it does it. That's my theory. PC says, NGL, what car needs to do? What does NGL mean? Not gonna lie. NGL? I don't know. What car needs to do it is summer about the fuel thing with gold and at least give a good ratio of gold back for buying fuel. I don't quite follow that one. Maybe I read it wrong because I suck at reading, but... Alright, that was a bad run right there. But that was my fault. I drove it bad that time. William D says, that's my theory and I'm sticking to it. Are you quoting that old country song? That's my story and I'm sticking to it. I forget who that is. I like old country music. From like the 40s, the 50s, up into the 90s. I don't really like country music from today though. It's not really even country music anymore. At least I wouldn't consider it to be country music. I mean, some people might, but not me. Goat fan says, how do you get so much gold? Alright, so gold is something that takes a long time to be acquired, right? You don't get a bunch of gold fast unless you're buying it with real money, but if you don't spend your gold and you just save it until you absolutely need it, it should add up pretty quickly. I mean, if you get on the game and you just play daily and do what you need to do, don't spend the gold to refill your gas tank. Don't buy worthless cars with your gold. Wait till there's something important to buy with the gold and then spend it. And if you do that, you'll get a bunch of it. Gosh dang, nitrous. I don't know if that would have won the night race or not. The Darker Knight says, I do the same bad times with or without the NOS. Well, the NOS doesn't do a lot, but it does something. I mean, it does something. Like, it's not this much, not this much, not this much, but maybe like that much. The NOS does something. 3, 2, 1, go. It probably doesn't feel like it. Come on, I hate this game today. This is why I hate this car. It's just, it shifts too fast. It shifts too fast, and the more I drive it, the worse it gets. Like at first, I do fine, and then the more I drive the darn thing, the harder I think my thumb gets wore out or something, and I just can't shift the buttons right. Tamara says, dang, I'm missing out on the F1 SD shootout. 3, 2, 1. What? I don't know what just happened there. Oh, man. Either, I don't know. Oh, God. That was bad. That was bad. I think I miscounted. Oh man. All right, hold on. Let me get my bearings together. I'm still laughing. Hold on. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Look, I just had to hit the nitrous twice there and it still didn't go off. Like I hit it when I was going down the track after I was shifting and it did not activate the nitrous. What a pain in the butt. I don't like this car. I really don't. I hate driving this car. I don't like this car. I hate driving this car. I'm throwing a temper tantrum right now. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. I think the thing is I'm shifting it too fast, maybe. I don't know. I can't drive it right anymore. Like I was doing great. Now it runs crap. This happens to me though. It's too much shifting. Too much shifting. That guy ran a 6.932. What's up, car enthusiast? How you doing today? Yeah, if you put enough parts on the Zonda, Cinque, those cars are neat. Those cars are pretty nice. They will definitely beat the tier 5 bosses with enough parts. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't think that brand's super easy to get parts for, though. My problem is I'm shifting the car too fast now, is what I'm doing wrong, I think. That was still bad. I'm just a bad driver. How is it that everybody else is so good at driving these and I suck at driving these? That's what I want to know. Why do I suck at driving? Psyotic in the house. What's up, my man? Alright, so Silent is stuck at 1,000 trophies. My F1 is elite level 16. Yeah, you know, come back tomorrow. Do a little more tomorrow. Then if you get stuck, come back and do a little more the next day. That's the thing about Showdowns, is most of the faster cars will move up in trophies a little bit each day. So every day you should be able to progress just a little bit more. But everybody can drive this thing better than me. My hands are starting to hurt from driving this darn thing, man. Hate it. Hate it! What's up, Flame? How's it going? Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see what she runs that way. I do almost remember a trick where if you let go of the gas a little sooner, it fixes your nitrous problem. That kind of worked that time. I ran a 6.9, good. Alright, I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start letting go of the gas sooner. I don't know if that's actually true, but I've actually heard that. And I remember trying it before in the past, but I can't actually remember if it worked or not. So we're gonna go with that today. Let's pay attention. If I keep letting go of the gas sooner, does that fix the sticky nitrous or the nitrous not firing off? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1, go. So far, so good, right? I guess if you drive it this way, it doesn't run like, you'll never get a 100% perfect run, but you'll often get good runs. So far, it hasn't had a bad nitrous yet, but that was only twice, so it's too early to tell. What's up, Tomahawk? How you doing today? But it's easier to get those first couple of shifts right when you let go of the gas a little sooner. 3, 2, 1, go. And, ooh, that's going to be a close race. I think I got it. Did I get it? Did I get it? Yes. Nice. Alright, so that wasn't a great run, but hey, I still won, so that's good. Showdowns are fun, you know, but I kind of hate them. Alright, back to 1,200 trophies. I'm kind of stuck around 1,200, mainly because I'm a bad driver. Fram says, bro, I didn't got the gold keys. Gold keys from a Showdown. So Showdown, hold on a second. Ah, man, I messed that one up. Now, wait, gold keys from Showdown. I don't remember telling anybody gold keys from Showdown, but I'm not even really sure where I get my gold keys from. Right, I get about 10 gold keys a month from different various things. So it takes a really long time to get gold keys. So let's look at the Showdown races and see if they even have gold keys. But I don't remember saying you get gold keys from the Showdowns. Now you can get gold Elite Tuners tokens from the Showdowns. Are you sure that's not what we were talking about. Maybe there was a misunderstanding there. But for example, if you take a look at one of the regular showdowns, let's go ahead and look at the prizes. So you can see there's two different sets of prizes here, right? So the first one is going to give you, let's see if there's any gold keys in here at all. I mean, you can get regular gold. There's no gold keys in that prize list. And there's 5 gold keys. If you can hit 3,000, right, you'll get 5 gold keys there. And yeah, that's not easy. I mean, there are gold keys in the showdown, but they are not easy to get at all. So you got to climb up to the very top to get those. But, you know, if you're looking to get elite tokens, there's a lot of elite tokens in the showdown. What's up, Samuel? How you doing today? How long did it take to get your gold keys? I don't know. Like I was saying, normally I get about 10 per month. It's very slow to get gold keys. Now, if you're doing the bigger paid events, a lot of those bigger events give out gold keys like crazy. But the thing is, you probably got to spend a bunch of money in order to get them, which most of us can't do. So not everybody's got a bunch of money to spend. What the heck was that? I did not appreciate that one bit. All right, Tomac says launch between 4,500 and 4,800. Where am I launching at now? I'm not sure. Let's find out. I don't know, around 3,000 or 4,000-ish RPM seems like a good place to launch. Like if I let go of the gas right around there, that gave me about a 4,000 RPM launch right there. That seems good for me most of the time. And that time I even shifted way too fast and it still ran a halfway decent time. The problem is the car is just too fast shifting for me. I just can't keep up with it. I shift it too fast. I don't like this car. I really don't like this car. I hate this car, honestly. Even though it's one of the better cars in the game and it earns huge amounts of RP, I don't like it. Like, I don't ever drive this car unless I need to. Like, for a showdown or something, yeah. But, I don't know. I'd rather drive almost anything other than this because this car is not my friend. The car enthusiast said, should I just focus on Showdown for elite parts? Alright, so elite tuners events and showdowns are the main ways you're going to get your elite tokens. So, yes. Unfortunately, you got to run a lot of showdown races to get them, but that's pretty much where I get most of mine for. I mean, when you do the elite tuners races, you're only going to get so many out of that, and then you're going to run out, and then you're going to have to go over to the showdowns because there's not a whole bunch of quick ways to get them other than run a bunch of showdowns. I mean, there's a couple little ways here and there, but showdowns and elite tuners events are the main 2 ways to get them. Dave's cash flow says, I don't understand why showdowns have mixed tiers. How can you compete at tier 4? Yeah, you can't, unfortunately. Showdowns are kind of a crazy deal. Like, the matchmaking in showdowns is just almost non-existent. I mean, it matches you by trophies. You could have a tier 1 car going up against a tier 5 car, and if you both had 300 trophies, then you get matched up with the other guy. So it doesn't really make sense to me why they have it set up the way they do. I mean, I can't figure out why they would have done something like this and put tier 4 cars with tier 5 cars. To me, it makes no sense. Tim, yeah, if a Saline was running 6.4, that's definitely somebody cheating because Salines do not run 6.4s. I don't think anything in the game is fast enough to run a 6.4. I think 6.5 is the fastest car in the game, right? Yeah, definitely somebody cheating, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, the matchmaking on this doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why they do it like this. I just need to learn to slow my shifting down a little bit. That's my problem, is I shift too quickly, and that slows you down. If you shift too fast or too slow, it slows you down big time. Oh, Frame is Crazy Gaming. Did you change your name? Yeah, I remember you. I remember you. But I've never liked Showdowns other than the fact that it's quick respect points and quick game cash and prizes. Like, even if you don't have the fastest car, I mean, even if you just run 1 or 2 tanks of gas on it a day, it's usually like enough to, you know, get something extra quickly. A lot of times when I go into live racing, like last night I went into live racing, I mean, there must have been 5, it was probably taking me like 5 to 10 minutes just to find one race because everybody was disconnecting or refusing to race me, or everybody was busy, and that gets really old really fast. One of the reasons I don't live race as much as I used to is it's such a time waster these days. I mean, sometimes you go in there and you can find people and you can just go in there and race people like normal. Come on, crap sandwiches. I'm tired of losing. Oh my God. This is frustrating. This is very frustrating. All right. Flame says, don't shift too quickly. Man, that's easier said than done. Yeah, the only thing that matters in Showdown is how fast your car is. Right? Tune it to cross the finish line as quickly as possible, and that's really all there is to it. Nothing else matters other than how quickly do you cross the finish line. It's not like live racing where you can tune it for all kinds of weird, crazy stuff. It's all about crossing the finish line first. So you have to have the fastest car available, and you have to have it 100% maxed out. And then you have to drive it better than everybody else to get to the top. And as you can see, I'm not good at driving this car. I'm terrible at driving this car. Do participation rewards matter? No, they don't really mean anything. I mean, bottom line is they give you a few free races where you get a couple of wins for free. And that doesn't really do anything for you other than give you a couple of points and prizes, right? They don't really seem to do anything as far as like where you place or any of that thing. It's just a couple of free races. I'm not really sure why they do it, honestly. I've never understood why they put you in those participation races. Is that what you're talking about? I want to make sure we're talking about the same thing. Or are you just talking about the rewards where every so many races you get a prize from the Showdown? 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, that was a pretty good run right there. I wonder how many people out there can just shift this thing perfectly every time. Ghost says, if you don't have very good tuning, you will lose Showdowns a lot. Yeah, I mean, you got to make sure your car is tuned properly, and you got to make sure you shift it properly too. Everything makes a difference. How long does it take to max your cars? It depends on how much game cash you have, right? I mean, for me, I can... Well, hold on a second. Let me rephrase that. It's pretty easy once you've been playing for a while and you save your game cash. If you're good with it, I mean, it's not that bad to max out a car here and there to stage 5. But I mean, I've got some cars that I've had for 7 years, and they're still not maxed out on stage 6 parts. So it's going to be different for every car. Like some cars, you might get all the stage 6 parts for quickly. Some cars, it might take you years to get all the stage 6 parts. So there's a lot of variables. I mean, what you get's really random most of the time. So that's a very hard question to answer. There's just too many variables to figure something out like that. I mean, it's like pulling a lever on a slot machine and saying how long is it going to take to hit the jackpot, because you could pull it one time and hit the jackpot, or you could pull it 937 times and still not hit the jackpot. So it's kind of like that. That's the best way I can explain it. There's no real way to know how quickly you're going to get stage 6 parts unless you're either opening crates for a car. If you got a bunch of keys, you can open crates and get the parts, or you can spend money on some of the crates. But if you're not opening the crates or spending money, it's really hard to tell. But if you're talking about the participation rewards, I mean, all those little rewards are nice. You just kind of got to look in there and see if there's anything you want, I guess. It's personal preference whether or not those rewards are worth it to you, but you can see the list. You know, you can see at race number 1, you get this. At race 10, you get this. At race 20, you get this. At race 100, you get this. So you can kind of look through there and be like, hey, I think this is worth doing, or I don't think this is worth doing. But that's really personal preference. Jams almost... Jams, all right. You almost spent your gold for an upgrade on the car. I've done that so many times. It's so infuriating. All of a sudden, you go to hit the upgrade button. You hit the, like, spend 4,000 gold button to get one stupid upgrade. And you're like, no... Every time I do it, I complain to game support, and game support's just kind of like, whatever. I'm like, yeah, every time I spend 20 gold, there's a thing that pops up. Are you sure you want to spend 20 gold? Like, that 20 gold's a big deal, but it'll take your 1,500 gold, just not even ask. Just, thanks, see you later. But if you want to spend 20 gold, then it asks you everything. That doesn't make sense. I keep saying you guys need to put a thing. Are you sure you want to spend this gold? Because I've lost thousands. I've lost thousands of gold by hitting the wrong button when upgrading cars. I bet I do that 3 or 4 times a year. So every year I probably lose 3,000 or 4,000 gold to that stupid thing. I hate it. I'm getting angry over here. I'm about to turn into the Incredible Hulk in a second. Now I'm going to lose this race. Man. But yeah, I don't know. They really should add a, are you sure you want to spend these resources button when you press that? Because the amount of people who hit that by mistake is crazy. What's really bad is when you just saved up like 1,200 gold and that's all you have, and you hit that button and that takes it all, and you're like, oh. Honestly, they should refund your gold if you complain about that, but they don't. I wish they did. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that was a good run. If I miss anybody's comments, I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm just busy talking and the comments scroll by. William D says, I have little faith in NM to fix things. One thing about this game, the way this game is coded, I guess it's like a nightmare. They call it spaghetti coding, right? The coding on the game is such a mess. It's a nightmare to figure out how to fix problems. I mean, that's one of the reasons the game's always had so many issues, is they don't really know how to fix them. But it's a bummer, right? This game has always had huge amounts of issues. I mean, I love this game. The game is awesome, but the amount of problems are crazy. Like, it used to really upset me, like the amount of issues and glitches and stuff with this game used to really get on my nerves, but I don't know. I guess I've just been playing so long, I've learned to accept it. I just say, okay, well, that's kind of how the game is, so it is what it is. Darker Knight says, not so impressive when you hear that it took 6 years. What took 6 years? 6 years is a long time, but a lot of things take a long time to save in this game. Alright, so Jam's contacted support. You know, I think if enough people contact them about something, maybe there's sometimes they'll do something here, but if there's not like 900 people messaging them saying, hey, we need you to change this. Like if everybody complained, if we could get everybody to message them, maybe they would actually think about it. But there's certain things they're probably not going to change unless they realize it's a big deal for a lot of players. There's probably not enough people complaining. Avail, no. Unfortunately, when you unlock the F1, it does not come purple stars. So you got to put all your elite tokens and everything else into it and all that junk. So wait. I don't think it came at purple stars, did it? Hold on. I don't remember, honestly. Don't quote me on that. It was a long time ago when I got mine. It might have came with purple stars, but you still have to put all those elite tokens into it. I mean, you still got to get it up to elite level 50. It may have had the stars on. I forget these Legends cars are not the same as the Elite Tuners cars. But you still have to do all these dumb elite levels, right? So, like, I'm on elite level 49 to 50. Right now, I still don't have enough to get it up there. So, I believe it does come with the stars, but you still have to do all this junk. So, there's plenty of fusion parts that you don't unlock until you get it up to, like, elite level 50. But it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm telling you. It's super, super crazy. But, you know, I guess when you get it, it's already, like, restored and stuff like that. You don't actually have to restore that car, I don't think. But yeah, I mean, some of the things in the game I did, like, 6 years ago, so I kind of start having brain farts on what happened back then, but most of my tokens, though, most of those elite tokens, I put into my Elite Tuners cars. Now, I was putting more tokens into this probably a couple months ago. And it pretty much took all of my gold tokens. I was upset. It took almost all the gold tokens that I had. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, come on. I was robbed. Somehow I guess I got a bad run. Yeah, you actually got to get it to elite level 50, unfortunately. But, I mean, 50, you don't really have to have it at 50. I mean, you can do it before 50 and it's still going to be as fast. But if you want it to be completely complete, you got to hit elite level 50. It's crazy. Do you have to spend money to upgrade it? No, I did not. Now, the thing is, I somehow got all the stage 6 parts for it without spending money. Like, I don't know exactly how, but some of them, like when you get the thing, there was a little event you could run that gave you some parts for it, but it wasn't enough. It didn't give you all the parts. It only gave me some of the parts. And then I think after I ran that, I was short 3 or 4 stage 6 parts, and I thought, man, I'm never going to get those, but out of the blue, the game just kind of gave them to me over a couple of years' time, and eventually I acquired them all much faster than I thought I would. So it was okay. It wasn't bad. I mean, I don't know if most people, maybe the game intentionally gives you those easily. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know, but I feel like it only took me like 3 months to get the missing stage 6 parts for it. I was really surprised. Derek says, yeah, mine's at level 50, but that took years. It does take a long time. I mean, like I said, I focus on putting those tokens into the Elite Tuners cars. And I mean, it took me 2.5 years to finish the Elite Tuners events. So it's crazy trying to earn enough tokens. There's just not enough tokens for everything. I'm starting to think your launch plays a big deal on how this car runs. Oh, I must hit my 1,300 tokens. Now I'm back down to 1,996. If I didn't suck at driving this car, right? If I didn't suck at driving this thing, I might actually be doing okay. But I'm terrible at it. 3, 2, 1, go. Dang it, come on, man. I thought I had that one. This game's getting on my nerves. I'm about to say they're all cheaters. They're all cheaters because they drive faster than me. It's like, But yeah, I don't know. If I don't get this car today, I'll get it in the next couple of days, but I'm having a hard time driving it today. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Still shifted it too darn fast. This thing drives me nuts. I was expecting to do better than this today. I think last live stream where I had to drive this car, I did way better. Like, I drove it better than I'm doing today. Like, I just can't drive it for crap today. But, you know, that's my fault. Alright, so Derek said the first couple of years he did the 400 to 500 Showdown races. Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure if I've ever hit 500. I know I've hit 300 a few times, but I've never really had the patience to do that many Showdowns. Oh, that's a close one. That is a close one there. Wow, I thought I was going to lose. Holy smokes. Now, races like that, I like that. I like when you don't know who's going to win. My question is, how did he hit 286 miles per hour? How was this car faster than mine on the miles per hour? That doesn't make sense. It's almost like he's got another fusion part on there that I don't or something. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Ah, man, that guy smoked me. All right, you can drive the LBF1. I don't think we... Oh, you mean the F1 LM? I don't think we have an LBF1 in the game. There is a McLaren F1 LM. That's what you're talking about. It looks like that's available if you have it. But I don't think we have an LB version. That would be cool if we did, actually. I would like to see an LBF1. 2, 1, go. How long did it take you to finish Tempest? Alright, so Tempest 1 and Tempest 2 went pretty quick for me. I think I'd been playing the game for like maybe 4 months, 5 months. I beat Tempest 2. And once I was like, alright, now it's time to start on Tempest 3. My problem was I didn't have 2 tier 5 cars fast enough to... I needed one to beat the time trial and one to beat the boss. So back when I was playing, you know, I started playing back when the game was first coming out. And they didn't give us as much parts and stuff. I don't think there was part crates. You couldn't just go in there and open parts for crates for keys. I think I got that out right that time. Like you can now. So it was really hard to get parts back then. So it took me about 8 or 9 months after starting the game to beat Tempest. Now, if I could have opened the part crates like you can now, I would have had that done way faster. Like I would have beat Tempest a long time ago. But unfortunately, that was not a thing back then. But now that you can actually open part crates, that makes life way easier once you save up some keys. I mean, I can probably save up enough keys in 3 to 4 months to completely max a car. So it makes life way easier when you can just go in there and spend your keys on crates. Alright, so Austin says when you hit your nitrous at a different time, you can go faster. That makes sense, actually. 3, 2, 1, go. This thing shifts so fast. Like right there, my nitrous didn't even go off. Like I hit it 3 times and it did not fire off, so. Hey Goku, what's going on, buddy? How are you doing today? Tim says, does your crew finish all 900 WEC races every week? You know, I don't really pay attention to that. I should probably look at that and see how many we're doing, but I'm not sure how many races we actually get in. Every time I see that, I go down there and I race it. I know there's probably some people who are missing it, but we should be finishing that all the time. I mean, it's only a couple of minutes out of your day to do that, you know. It's probably like a 5 or a 6 minute thing to go in there and do a couple of races once a day. People should be doing that. Car enthusiast is it insanely bad to be a huge money spender? I mean, if you got the money to spend and that's what you enjoy to spend it on, you know, it's just like any hobby. Oh, come on now. This guy's driving the new Ferrari. All right, hold on. 3, 2, 1, go. And the nitrous didn't go off again. Ridiculous. Ooh, he almost got me. He almost got me. I mean, some people spend $250,000 a year just to join a country club, so you know, it's whatever you want to do with your money if you got it. If you got the monies, buy what you like. That's how I look at it. Hey, Mom, what's going on? Awesome to see ya. How's your day going? Mon says finishing Tempest depends on if Donna Banks is generous to you or not. Good old Donna. She is not very nice to us a lot of the time, so. Samuel London, how you doing today? Nice to see ya. Thanks for coming out. Shane says, I wish they would go back to 1,200 trophies. I agree with you. I don't know why they went from getting your prize at 1,200 trophies to getting your prize at 1,400, because I guess too many people were getting the prizes, right? It's not that hard to hit 1,200 trophies, but 14's a little bit harder, right? On most showdowns, even if I don't have a maxed out car, I can normally hit 1,200 by the end. But on some showdowns, trying to hit 1,400 by the end is a little bit of a different story. That's a lot harder, so. William D says they're looking for one player. Oh man, I lost by like a little teeny tiny bit. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to get up there, but this is a very frustrating event. Driving this car in general is frustrating. I hate this car. As much as I like this car, I hate it at the same time. It's not enjoyable to drive. All right, here we go. But if I let go of the gas on exactly number 1, or right about there, I do seem to get better runs, except for that time I shifted too slow. Hey, Colgate, how's it going? He said, I don't think I can get that prize car already get crazy above 1,000 trophies. I mean, today's what, day number 2? Today's, I think, the second day of the showdown, so you still got some time. You definitely still got some time. I mean, it should get a little bit easier every day. William D says we average about 550 WEC races. Okay, so I guess we're not finishing it. I mean, we definitely should be. One thing I noticed is we used to have crew members who were really on top of everything, and then, you know, some people quit playing. We replaced them with new crew members, and we do have quite a few people who probably could be doing a little more. You know what I mean? It's kind of a bummer. We got some people who don't really donate to the wild cards when they should, or a lot of people not doing those races there. But the good news is we get the prize car every season. But yeah, I don't know. Some of the newer guys we got on just aren't doing as good as they should be, unfortunately. Alright, 6.990 on that one. That poor guy ran a 0.000. That's awful. But yeah, 1,400 trophies is kind of hard. Arja said I just did 300 showdown races to upgrade my GR Super TT. I've never heard of a GR Super TT. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, oh my god, that guy destroyed me. Yeah, the showdown races are a good way to get some of those tokens. But yeah, the Supra is a great car. I love the Supras. One of my favorites, actually. Felipe, how you doing today? Alright, so you're wondering, let's go look at this deal in the store really quick. Let me see what they're giving us. I guess you can buy the Lancia in the store for $50 with a bunch of other cars. Hello? Let me go to my garage first. Alright, I'm ranking up. Cool. Rank 1,200 something. Yay, thank you for the 25 bronze keys. What a great gift that was. Might as well have given me nothing, Jess. You mean we're supposed to be friends and you give me 25 bronze keys? Alright, let's see if we can get in there. Normally Donna's the stingy one, but sometimes Jess is the stingy one. Alright, so basically you can spend $20 just to get the Lancia. Or you can get it for $24.99 with a couple of parts. Alright, so you can get whatever. Yeah, the GT, Lancia. It doesn't even tell me what that car is. What is that car? Does anybody know what the other car is? Hold on, does that tell me? Alright, here we go. Alright, so you can get the Delta, you can get the Lancia, the Lamborghini Centenario, however you say it, MC12 Strato Carbon Blue, the GT. I don't know, I mean, $50 for that's kind of a lot. That's kind of a lot. I mean, if you need the cars to do the event, if you don't mind spending the money. Oh wait, those are all Purple Star versions too, aren't they? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's a lot of money to spend, almost $60. And then you're probably gonna have to buy parts on top of that with paid crates. I mean, here's the problem. Every one of those Purple Star cars has paid crates. That means if you need parts for those cars, let's just say you're trying to do that event and you need to get parts, that's like 5 cars you're going to have to spend with real money just to get the parts for. So that's probably going to make the event even more expensive. Like, honestly, I would much rather have a Golden Star car over a Purple Star car any day, because Purple Star cars just make everything worse. But yeah, I mean, you might get the cars you need to finish this event, but the other question is, do you have the parts, right? So to me, I think that's going to be a very expensive 5 cars to level up. So personally, I don't know if I would do it. Let's go do the first couple of free races. But I think I would pass on it personally, just because that's a lot of money for that. I mean, the Lancia is a cool little car and all, but I don't know. It's personal preference. I mean, if you don't mind spending the money, just remember it's going to have paid crates. William D says, it's a hard pass for me. I don't have $1,000 to give. Me neither. It would definitely cost you several $100, I think. That's the problem with those things. Like, they don't make the events easy. No, they don't. But when there's an event up like this, you should always run the first couple of races, because they're always going to give you some freebies, right? So right there was a free, what did we get? 10,500 game cash and 15 bronze keys. But normally you can do three or four races for free. And one of those often has a big chunk of game cash it'll give you too. So now I can get 10 gold, a couple more keys, yada yada yada. Nothing too crazy, but it's still free stuff, right? Still free stuff, so might as well do it. These are weird cars. I love this car, but it's weird. I would actually really like to get this car, but it's really weird. It's a very weird car, but in a good way. Arrigo says, I love the F50 GT, but I new player and I don't have much. Yeah. As a new player, that's going to be a very, very expensive event, right? So what I learned is, do what you can and skip what you can't. If you're not spending money, just do the stuff you can do and don't worry about it. I mean, I'm not going to get this car either. I would love to have this car, but I'm not going to get it. It's not going to be on my account because I can't afford to do the event. And I'm okay with that. That's fine for me, you know. I would love to have it sitting in my garage, but I don't, so no big deal. I'm just reading up through the chat here. All right, Dark Knight says he officially hates the F1. Is it because it's hard to drive or because it's beating you? Which one is it? I don't like it for both reasons. It's hard to drive and it beats me a lot of the time. All right, so now if I want to continue, I've got to lock some cars in. So I probably will lock some cars in. I mean, might as well pick one, right? Which car do I want to lock in for the first one? I'll lock this guy in. I like that car. Actually, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to finish the event anyway. But I might as well do what I can to get a couple of free prizes, right? I'll probably be able to make it up to about race number 19. And then at that point, no more. Let's go back to the showdown for now. That I'm not going to be able to finish. So we only got a couple more minutes left on the stream. And unfortunately, I was not able to get the prize car. I have failed, everybody. I have failed. My very bad driving, this terrible shifting car, has been a failure for the day. But that's okay. 3, 2, 1, go. I think sometimes when the car is this hard to drive, you need a break from driving it sometimes. All right, Leonardo says, how to get more money? Race a lot. I mean, honestly, the only way to get more money is race a lot. Just race and race and race and race. And if you're running a tier 5 car, that makes the most amount of money when you win a race. So you want to use the highest tier car you have available and lots of racing. Now, if you're always upgrading cars, you're always going to be out of money. So you got to be very stingy with your resources. You know, back when I was a new player, I had to spend a lot of money to get cars for this and cars for that and cars for that. But after a while, I didn't have to upgrade cars for Legends anymore. I didn't have to upgrade cars for Tempest anymore. You know, I could just upgrade my one car per season that I wanted to, and that allowed me to start saving money. But it's taken me, like, that's probably, like, the amount of money I have right now is probably 2 or 3 years worth of saving money and trying to only upgrade one car per season for the last 3 years. It's a very slow process. So you can't expect to get it really fast. Mon says the F40 is an insanely fast car. It's too overpowered for the main storyline. Yeah, you know, when they were talking about coming out with a Tempest 4, they were saying this is one of the few cars that was going to be able to beat Tempest 4, but Tempest 4 never came out. But I think you were going to have a car with like crazy acceleration or something in order to beat Tempest 4. What sucks is they kept teasing us about Tempest 4. Oh yeah, Tempest 4 is coming, Tempest 4 is coming, and then it never did. 12 years later, still no Tempest 4. I'm telling you. It's crazy. Three, two, one, go. Flippy says on the web... Ah, crap. I messed up a shift and look what happened. Flippy says on the website store, they've actually got other deals. I've never really looked over there. I've looked at that once or twice, but if you guys don't know, Natural Motion or Zynga or whoever does have a... they have a website where you can buy stuff from the game on their website. Leonardo, I don't have an Instagram or anything like that. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't use that stuff. I don't get on social media very much, so I just have the YouTube account. Like, I have a Facebook, but I log on to that thing maybe once a month or once every... It's probably been like 3 or 4 months since I even logged on to my Facebook. I just don't like that. I don't really like social media except for YouTube. Mon says they're making CSR2, so I guess Tempest 4 is possible. I don't think they're going to have Tempest races. I heard they're going to call them something else in there, so... Supposedly they're going to have new bosses, new this, new that, new everything. It's going to be different. That was a close race. So Leonardo hopefully understood what I said there. He said he's using a translator. Shagga says they need to add Tempest 4. That would be nice, but I don't think they're ever going to do it. Alright, so I'm really close, but yeah, we're not going to make it today. Is the new event easy? Definitely not. Three, two, one, go. The new event's probably going to cost a pretty nice amount of money to fix. Alright, Flame, chill out there, buddy. You're spamming up the chat and people are going to start complaining. You're going to make everybody mad at you. I don't even know what that says. Eopior or something like that. Nobody even knows. Goat says, use chat GTP to help me in CSR2. Does it actually know anything about the game? I would be surprised. 2, 1, go. Huh. I don't know. I've got the free version of ChatGTP, and I don't think it knows very much about anything. Do you have the paid version? I've heard that's like that actually has access to the internet and knows a whole bunch of stuff. to where the free version's pretty crappy. Use the Microsoft one. What is that? Copilot? The Microsoft Copilot? You know, I've tried to use Microsoft Copilot. I've tried to get it to do a couple of simple things, and it can never do it. For example, I said once, I was like, "Hey, can you make me a photo of this?" And it made a photo of a person. I said, "Please remake that without a person in the photo," and it made another photo with a person. I said, "Excuse me, but I asked you to make that without a person, but you put a person in the photo, comma. Do not put a person in the photo." And then it makes it again with a person in it. It cannot understand that simple things like, I do not want a person in the photo. It's so bad. Microsoft Copilot is terrible. I remember I was having some sort of computer issue, and the lady was like, "Oh, would you like to subscribe?" I was talking to Microsoft. I was like, "Would you like to subscribe to our really amazing?" I'm like, "Your Copilot is crap." I'm like, "That's the worst piece of trash I've ever used." I was like, every time I ask it something or want it to do something, it's always messes it up and it's always wrong. And she was like, "Oh, we'll have to work on that." But I was like, I ain't paying for that. But no, that Copilot's terrible. Terrible, terrible. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's good at some things, but the couple things I was trying to get it to do was just bad. It was just bad. All right. I'm going to put the ending screen up, guys and girls. Our stream time is about up for the day, but... oh, man. Stream time. All right. Please don't spam up the chat, man. No spamming. Thank you. All right. I know it's the end of the stream and all, but please don't spam the chat. I think I turned Nightbot off as a moderator because it was getting people for dumb reasons. Like, I don't know. It was crazy. It was crazy. All right, Shane, have a great day. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Flippy says, don't miss out on the daily sequence rewards. All right. Why are you spamming the chat, man? I mean, I know it's the end and all, but, geez. 1 minute timeout. All right, that just makes everybody in the chat unhappy. So I said a few times, don't spam the chat, but that just makes everybody angry in the chat. Makes it not fun for others to be there, so. All right, guys and girls, thanks for coming out today. I want to say thank you. Sorry for timing you out, but, you know, you're just spamming up the chat like crazy. I think that's going to be it. I'll be back on Sunday for a live racing stream. Hope to see you guys there. You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming out to my live stream. Too bad I didn't win the car today, but hey, you know, I'm sure you guys still had fun watching me fail. Watching me drive it like a very bad driver and stuff. All right, thanks so much. Lightning out. Have a great day, and we will catch you guys next time. See ya.